Everybody's Big Snipe Mike checking in. Hopped on here today. Figured today this week's just been killer. We've been crushing it. If you and before I even get into it, if you come across this video, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and if you want to join a community of traders, supportive traders that work together, hit the link below. We got it right here, Accolades Trading. That's where I'm at. I'm the founder of Accolades Trading, as well as one of the shot callers and mentors in there. So hit the link down below. Join the team. It's free for all. We've got a lot of great traders in there working together. It's a community. We live trade every morning into the open. We have a good time. A lot of free educational materials, books, ebooks, videos, you name it. We got it in there, and we have a good time. So hit the link, join us. Once again, it is free for all. There's no premium, no subscription fee, nothing like that. We make money in the market, so we don't charge you. As well as like and subscribe for me if you can. When you come across this video, I'd appreciate that as well. Hit the like button, subscribe. So I came on here today to kind of go over a couple trades I took today. This week has just been absolutely bonkers. The oil sector's been so hot. It's been so easy to trade. A blind monkey could trade this market right now this past week. Now, not in total, not in, as a whole. It's just this sector, right? So I know I say that it sounds like, oh, it should be easy, but it's not. I mean, large caps are getting smoked. If you're not, if your favorite company is not in the oil or renewable energy sector or the EV sector, you're getting obliterated. But this sector's just been so hot; it's been easy to trade. The past 2 days have been insane. I'm having my best week of my life right now, best week of my career for sure. So I got a couple, and the cybersecurity sector too. That one's been on and off hot too. Today we've seen a parabolic move on CYRN, which I'm going to get into because I was trying to force a short on CYRN, got squeezed out, went long, ended up making a huge gain. So we're going to go over both. I got one ticker from the energy sector and one ticker from the cybersecurity sector that I traded, and I just wanted to kind of go over them with y'all, show you what I was thinking, what was going through my head, why I took the trade. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, like I said, you hit the Discord link. You can DM me anytime. I answer, unlike most shot callers and Discords, I don't really answer. I'll answer you no matter what. Or you can comment below and I'll answer there as well. You can also follow me on Twitter right here, Magic Mike 2288. My tag will be Big Snipe Mike once you get on there. But yeah, let's get into it. So we're going to hop into the first ticker that I traded today. It's going to be ENSV. Now, ENSV is part of the oil sector. It's part of the energy sector. And, it was a late bloomer, right? So the first two that went were Indo and IMPP. Indo played its course all the way up to 70, 80 bucks. And, now it's been getting obliterated. It was back to like high 30s today at one point. But I haven't really touched Indo in 2 days. I've been more so looking for the other, the next one, right? So we got HUSA yesterday. We got into HUSA and it ran all the way to 17 today. Then we've got into ENSV as well yesterday, but it was just a quick day trade. We didn't get much out of it yesterday, but it started to heat up today, right? So I was watching pre-market, I was watching the action. There was a buyer in the tape. I seen it break over this resistance level here that I had charted from a previous time that I traded this a while back. So I started to snag and accumulate in here. This is the 5-minute chart. Long position, and it broke out right into the open, just like I expected it to do with how hot the energy sector was. We watched HUSA go berserk at the open. This has been kind of trailing HUSA. As well as, IMPP. It was trailing it very little, very small, but IMPP kind of, popped and faded today pretty hard. And I missed that short, but it's all good. I got a good short on ENSV here as well. So popped up on the open. I got out. I got some out here at the top. I think I full sold here. Yeah, I full sold right here. I got all the way out. Let it come through. It rejected up here in this resistance level. So now I'm watching this level to short here is what I was originally looking for, but it ended up breaking through, so I didn't take the short. But when it came down, it popped back up, came down. I was watching this level. I had it on my screen. I was waiting for it to reject here for a double top, and I was going to short it there. But instead, it broke right through. Now I had this other level charted here around 866. It kind of false braked. It came down. It tried to push up. The bulls tried to push up through, kind of double topped. And then it came back down again. And then I seen, okay, so this level is where it's rejecting, right? So I watched it as it, made its move down here, pulled back up, reclaimed, and I'm on the 5-minute chart here. And then I watched this false break, right? Came up, triple topped. I took my starter right there. And if it broke over, I was stopping out immediately. This box is my stop out. These are all these arrows are where I took position or I scaled out, one or the other. So they're buy covers or covers shorts and buy. Now these are sell shorts and buy covers. Sorry. So I took my starter up here, added some more because I seen the wick was forming. It was becoming a dragonfly doji, which is a seller's indicator, is a short indicator. And then as soon as we broke this support level, which it was kind of acting like a support, couple touches, I hammered in size right there, and I got full size in on this short, and it was a good move. It was a move from 870, 860, 850, somewhere around there, all the way down. It came to, $3.70. It was a solid 50%er from the top to the bottom if you rode the whole way. Now, I didn't ride the whole way. I scaled out here at this support level. So I like to use, that's a good thing to go over, is I like to use these support and resistance levels as price targets where I'm going to scale out, as well as my risk off, right? It breaks over, I'm risking off up right over here. Clean break, 5-minute candle close over this support, and I would have stopped out. This resistance, I would have stopped out. And then I like to set my price target, like this was my final price target, right above this $4.21 support level. So I scaled out this first support level because I wanted to size off in case it bounced back up here. I could have re-added in. And I sized off there. It broke right through, sliced right through, sized completely out. Actually, yeah, completely out here, and it held this level. It wasn't perfect. It did break down a little bit, but it came back, reclaimed it, held this level, bounced up. I still had some shares, and I seen it came over this support level that I had, or this resistance level that I had charted, but it was super weak. A lot of sellers on this tape, especially this whole sector was getting slaughtered at this point. So I sized back in another short on her. I didn't full size it. I kind of quarter sized what I usually would usually come in, and I caught a nice little $2 move from $6 down to $4.73. So $1.50 move on it, and that was ENSV. So moral of the story is I love to use levels when I'm trading. I watch the tape, and as sellers or buyers react to these levels. And then I use my VWAP. I've got my MAs, 50, 100, 200 for my crosses, and my upper and lower VWAP bands I use as well. So, went long. It was a nice long, but this is with this market that we're in, you've got to take profits quick. Holding on to things too long, doesn't matter how hot the sector is, you hold on for too long, you'll get smoked. If you would have held on to this trade that we alerted down here for the long, and let's say you added here and you added here like you added down there, you would have gotten smoked and lost your entirety of your profits because it came all the way back down to entry. So you got to scale out in this market. You get blessed with a trade like this, scale out. I might have scaled out a little too early, but I stuck to my plan. I got from $4 all the way to $5.90, $5.80. That's a home run for me. And then I got a huge short out of the game as well. So we're going to move into the next trade that I went into is CYRN, right? So CYRN, I fought this stock. I fought the trend. I seen a lot of noise. Twitter and Discords were all over it. So I was looking mainly to go short. And once again, I had a resistance level charted here. I got one here. I got one here, which we can look at from the daily chart, why I charted them there. So we had a resistance level. I'm actually a little bit off on this one. Resistance level like right about there. We had this level right here, old support that would be acting as a resistance. We had a level right here, which is as well was a support and a resistance level. at one point. So the historical chart tells us a story on where the support and resistance levels are and where we're going to run into trouble. So I'm going to be looking to short into those levels because I'm a short bias trader, but I'll take long when it comes my way. And this is what happened with CYRN. So I went short off of that level, false break to that level. It came down. I did have a decent short. I could have taken some profit there, but I didn't because I was greedy. And it came back out, stopped me out at break even. I seen it break over this level here, and it was also a little trend here that was forming that I charted as well. It was a little trend here, and it was kind of like a little wedge. It broke out of that wedge. I slapped on full size, one order, popped up, got out, and then, it halted up twice, I believe. So I had to wait to get out, but I got out. I got some out right there, got a little more out again at the top on this wick when it rejected this 1360 resistance level. Once I seen it reject that resistance level, I knew, okay, I use this now as my risk off, right? So just like I did in the last trade, when I see a level that's rejecting, and I look back on the daily and I see it's rejected or it's held as a support, I'm going to use that. I'm going to short into that level and I'm going to use it as my risk off, because then, worst comes to worst, I take a tiny loss. Okay, whatever. I can accept a tiny loss. So I'm going to draw that for you. Give me a second here. Find the box. So this would have been my risk off here. That would have been my risk off up here. Would have risked off that 1369, 1360 level. And I started to scale in on a short position. So I took short on a starter right here. And then, I sold out here. Sorry. I took short on the starter here when I thought it was failing. Then it came up. It rejected this resistance here. I added some more. It came down. It had its doji candle with a lot of sellers in the tape. I added some more there. I added full size on this last resistance reject. When it rejected this resistance, I knew it was over for it. And then it just faded the rest of the day into after hours. I got like we were at $12 to $8.22, $9 move. So it was a solid $4 or $5 move, which was a home run once again. Now, same thing with this trade. At first I was wrong and I got stopped out. I was looking to short because I seen all the hype, and a lot of the times I go against the hype. I don't really believe in the pumps. A lot of the times I short into them, and this one it didn't work out for me shorting into it. But then I got back on the horse and I flipped long. So this is an important lesson here, right? You can be short biased, you can be long biased, doesn't matter. When the chart tells you to go long, like this chart told me, that's what I needed to do. I'm short biased till the day I die. I would rather be in a short position than a long position. It just feels more right, especially with a lot of these companies that we trade, these low floats. But this right here was my short, and it was a good short. It false break. It came down, and I could have taken it from here down to 769. It would have been like a 40-cent short, but then it bounced off that bottom trend line, which it had held here and here and here. And then it came up and it came down and bounced off that trend line again. That second bounce off that trend line would have been a good indicator on to go long. But I came a little late. As soon as it broke over, I went long. So it's just another example of biases can kill you. I could have kept adding short here and then I would have gotten completely smoked. So don't be biased. Be biased to a point where you can switch if you need to switch, and that's the moral of this story here on CYRN. All right, well, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I'm a little all over the place. I've been drinking a little whiskey while making this video. So cheers to everybody on a great day, great week. It's only Tuesday. I already made, weekly goals have already been met. Monthly goals have been met for March already. And then once again, if you're not in the Discord, you come across this video, free community, hit the link, Accolades Trading. We do it the best. We're the most slept on Discord around. It's 100% free, and everybody works together in there. We're great. And then also give me a follow on Twitter, Magic Mike 2288, as well as hook me up with a like and subscribe. Thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you guys got a little something out of this. And let's tune in for the next video.